Right. Hello out there, YouTube. What's going on, everyone? It is D Dunn here, and we're back on Ace Franchise. Let me show you this real quick. As the title suggests, we are, in fact, the best team in baseball. As you look there, we have 71 wins, and as we scroll through the American League and the National League, no one close to us. The closest, the Diamondbacks, by 4 wins. We have them by 4 wins. They have 67, we have 71. So, we are the best team in baseball, which is crazy because last year we saw we were the number one hitting team in baseball, uh, but our pitching failed us, and we also proceeded to fail in the wild card. No wild card spot, I think, for us this year. I think we are going to secure the AL West and probably the best record in baseball. And if all goes well, we will have the number one seed. So I'm pretty excited about that. Oh, what's up, Stucker? Pretty excited about being number one seed. We also have some players in contention for awards. Jordan is in contention for MVP. Probably won't get it because Corey Seager is just the best player of all time in MLB The Show, apparently. We have the top 2 out of our 3 spots for the Cy Young. Even though Grayson Rodriguez has almost a 4 ERA, he has 164 strikeouts in 138 innings, which is madness. But Julio Arias, with a 60-2 record and a 2.77 ERA, leads the way. I think there's a couple others. Jordan's in third for the Hank Aaron Award. Seth Brown second for a left field Gold Glove. Jordan for Silver Slugger at DH. Soderstrom, Silver Slugger at catcher. He's definitely having a breakout year, finally hitting over 300, slugging over 500. This is like the Tyler Soderstrom year, and you're seeing some huge upgrades. And we still have him for 4 more years, and it's going to be dirt cheap, so you love to see it. Geloff in third for Silver Slugger at second base. And I think that's it, yes. So we have a bunch of all-stars. We have some good pitching. We have good batting. Our pitching is solid. Obviously, when you have 2 pitchers in contention for the Cy Young, things are going to be looking up for you. We traded for Oscar Yanoya, who doesn't really seem that talented, but is pitching really, really well, having kind of a breakout year for himself as well. So yeah, all in all, feel really good. Our rookie, he started 5 games last year, but his true rookie starting season, Mario Orozco, pitching very, very well. So really can't, and the bullpen's doing great. Our setup guy, 0.83 ERA. Roosevelt Bronson, our closer, 2.2 ERA. Like just across, although crazy, he has 0-4 win-loss. But only 3 blown saves. I don't really know how that works out, but I don't know. All in all, I think we're looking really good. So let's go ahead and hop into some. Oh, and I will show, I guess, recap. We had our draft. We had a pretty good one. The draft class as a whole was just not very good. If you scroll through, there's really not even that many A potential players, let alone like guys that are up there, with like 95, 97 potential. It's mostly low A's and then some B's, and it's just not a great draft class in general. But we got 3 B potential players, 3 C potentials, 2 of those high C's. So we got some relief pitcher depth. I'm pretty like Lenny Erickson. I don't know. I was kind of excited as potential, but then when you look at his stuff, I just don't know, what's ever going to come of these guys. We got some depth at first baseman. So I don't know. It wasn't a stellar draft. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't like super excited about it. But, we added some depth. That's about the best you can say. All right, let's look to the calendar here for the month of August and see what our interdivision and outer division game will be. Let's see. Who is even closest to us? The Astros and the Rangers are the closest. We don't play the Astros, so we could play against the Rangers, try and distance ourselves from them even more. And then for our other game, are there any teams here that are just performing particularly well that we would want to try and take on? Maybe Baltimore. I would like to play one away game, so maybe we could play one of these LA games. Do we want to? Do we play LA and Texas? I feel like we haven't played Seattle much, but I don't know. I feel like let's play Baltimore. They're almost 500. We'll play Texas and Baltimore. So let's first go ahead and sim to this Rangers series. All right, so we win the series against the Dodgers. We sweep our 2-game series versus the Giants, and we can pitch with Grayson Rodriguez, Teoscar Yanoya, or Mario Orozco. Let's hop in here with the young guy, with Mario Orozco. I know we've pitched with him, I think, once so far, but we can keep his good year going. He definitely should be in the running for Rookie of the Year, but I guess technically he did have some starts coming up from AAA in September call-ups last year. Oh my goodness, our entire lineup is on fire. That is good to see, but Geloff needs a day off, and we have seen him get injured for extended periods of time, so I definitely don't want to push that. Who can we put at second base? Oh yeah, Douglas Vaughn. He fits right in there. So he'll go into, we'll switch him and Sethi and Walker. Yeah, I think he fits in pretty well right there. All right. Let's do it. So this is by far our best season. God, look at that. And we're getting hot coming towards the end of the season. I think, see, we have 2 months left. What was our record again? So 75-39, so that is 114 games. So we still have, 48 games left? Yeah, I mean, we could break 100 wins. This could be a 100-win season. That would be pretty phenomenal. Not often too many teams see 100 wins.
Yep, that ball went out.
All right, the payoff pitch to Evan Carter. Did he go around? He did not, he says. Very close pitch. But a leadoff walk for the Rangers, which very rare. We are a team that does not walk many batters. So getting a leadoff walk is especially rare. But Vaughn to Barger to Seth, and we get the double play. So even though we had less than an ideal start walking the first batter, we quickly make amends. Okay, Mr. Umpire. We're kind of getting squeezed a little bit here. Orozco actually pitching pretty well. These pitches are incredibly competitive. Right on the black. We're just not getting the calls. Just got to keep doing our thing. And despite the leadoff walk, no damage done. So we are facing Jackson Jobe. Seems like a pretty good pitcher. Four-seam, slider, curveball, changeup, two-seamer. Nothing crazy in there. Not a ton of velocity. And a perfect right to a defender. You love to see it. Let's just hope that the umpire is going to be consistent on both teams. Soderstrom pushing one opposite field out into left, finds the gap, touches some grass, and Sodi is on first. Maybe pitching around him a little bit. Starting off 2-0. And it's gone. Jordan reaches up for the high fastball. Blasts it out into right. 2-run shot. That is his 34th of the year. Wow. And he really wasn't even close. He's just got that dog in him, I guess. I mean, when you have, 99 power or whatever he has, sometimes you don't even have to hit the ball extremely well. And Seth Brown closing in on 200 career hits. And it doesn't look like this one's going to be 199. It is, unless it's called an error. It is scored an error.
The right fielder, Jordan.
So a little bit of luck there, a bad throw from the second baseman. Walker giving this one a great ride out in the center, and it's gone. Holy cow, 105 off the bat. That was 423 feet apparently. I mean, a great pitch to swing at. I just didn't think we had barreled it well enough. And look at Lawrence Butler. He came off the bench a lot and pitched and batted really well for us. So we gave him a starting spot versus righties out in center, and he's batting 370. Unreal. Unreal. So we're off to a quick 4-0 lead. Feel really good about that, obviously. I mean, technically we shouldn't have even had a chance. But we got really lucky with an error. And then followed that up with a home run. Jackson Jobe getting hit around a little bit. I imagine if we probably score another run, his day could be done. And he starts by walking Douglas Vaughn. Good eye by Vaughn. Really close fastball up and in, but holds off on that. Now the young Addison Barger, first full year starting. He's been really, really good for us. Ended up being a great trade despite having to, give away one of our starting pitchers. I don't know why they're pitching out. I don't think Douglas Vaughn does not have a ton of speed from what I remember. That's going to be a line drive out in the center. It is caught. So the inning is over. 3 hits, 4 runs is a very, very good start to the game.
Leading off for Texas, the third baseman, number 6, Josh Young.
Ball. Counts 1-0. 1-1.
Oh, excuse me, big yawn. I was up at like 2:30 today. I normally get up at 4:30 for work, but I went to bed kind of early last night. And so I woke up extra early today. I'm tired. But you know who's not tired? Orozco. He's dealing. Barger's got a cannon. So even though he didn't get to that one quickly, I'm not too worried about it. Get a nice little pop-up. Sodi's under it. Easy out. Making pretty quick work of the first two batters. And Texas, like, I feel like every batter we've seen almost has been batting over 300, but for some reason they are just not having any success this year. Could be a pitching problem. You know, as we've seen, we're hitting them around quite a bit.
Ball, that's down.
Let's go back to that changeup, maybe a little bit closer, and he gets a swing.
That's
No.
ball two.
I do not know where to put this one. That's what she said. Let's try for the curveball. Fouled off. About a low fastball. There we get the strikeout. Absolutely dotted low and away. Check swing goes around.
Leading
We're out of the
off
inning.
Oakland, the third baseman, Curtis Mead.
Ooh. Our first real bad swing there. The Australian Curtis Mead whiffing on the slider away.
Ball, that's outside. Ball, in.
Not the best swing there, but we get a little bloop round to right, and sometimes, you know, doesn't matter if it's hit 64 off the bat
Left fielder, Alex
or 106 off the bat.
Verdugo.
A hit's a hit. The lineup rolls over. Verdugo's going to start with a man on first. His first at bat was a perfect straight to
Inside, ball two.
the second baseman. Let's see if we can. Oh, that was a pitch to hit, but early on it, and obviously over the top. That likely would have been a double play ball. This one, however, is barreled up. Opposite field, little smack down to the left. First two runners on. And I feel like Jackson Jobe probably close to getting pulled. Nice low fastball there for the strike. Don't boo, fans. That was a good pitch.
No ball, two strikes.
And then follows it up with a changeup. That was a good pitch sequence.
That's the ball. 2-2 the count.
Oh my God! We almost took off Jackson Jobe's head. That's a single for Soderstrom.
He beat it.
Scores Mead from second. And as predicted, we are going to see a new pitcher. This time Jeffrey Springs. 35-year-old lefty, having a pretty good year as a relief pitcher. Relief pitcher with 69 stamina. Nice,
Jeffrey Springs.
very nice stamina. Must be like a professional long relief pitcher. Or maybe he was a starter, they converted him to a reliever, I'm not sure. I mean, that's two great pitches to start off. Jordan already in an 0-2 hole.
Ball one.
Less than ideal.
Inside, ball two.
But we have no fear.
We got a
I mean, that's another beautiful pitch. That could have very easily gotten strike three. But good eye from Jordan, takes it. Oh my God. And I thought for sure that was going to be below the zone.
Now batting, first baseman,
Just catches that bottom corner, and that's a great 6 pitches. So Springs definitely off to a better start than Job. Brown's going to pull this one, and it does actually end up finding some grass. That might actually score the runner from second, and it does. The right fielder cannot glove it cleanly. Fumbled around a little bit, a little fumbly bumbly. And Seth Brown with an RBI single. Jordan Walker, who is responsible for the 2 RBI home run, the second home run in the first.
No, inside.
Now back in the count, 1-2. Just gets a hold of that circle change. Just nicks it, stays alive in the count. And this one hit really well out into the right center gap. That one's going to fall. Bounces off the wall. Walker's on second. Both runners score. And Walker now with 3 RBIs on the day. That is a 2-run double. A's are off hot. Already 8 runs in the first 2 innings. Not even the first 2. In 1 1/3. We're not going to send Walker. There's really no point. We're already up 8. So that does give us room to be aggressive on the base paths if we want to.
Ball. Down.
But no need. We have a good lineup. Trust our guys to drive us home. Vaughn breaks his bat. We have the barehanded glove, but the throw is not on time.
not shortstop.
Douglas Vaughn legs that one out.
Barger.
And Barger going opposite field. It is high and deep. Left fielder on the run. It is caught right before the track. So once again, we find ourselves with a great line here. 9 hits and 8 runs scored off of those 9 hits. That feels really, really good.
Second baseman, Justin.
Now, if we do find ourselves in a double-digit lead, we will quick manage the at-bats because I don't think it's necessarily entertaining to see
Ball.
what would essentially be batting practice for our squad.
Strike. That's ball 3.
And Orozco struggling to find the zone.
No, that's a ball.
Walked the first batter in the first inning. He walks the first batter here in the
Leading
third.
off Texas, the center fielder, number 35, Miguel
We're going to see if we can
Blake.
throw some change-ups here. Maybe get another double play, as we did in the first. We do not. That one is hit hard on the center. Walker on the run. No real play there at the plate. It's an RBI double for Miguel Blyce.
Adolis Garcia.
Just barreled up that two-seamer. Shot out into the gap. Good at-bat. And Orozco now just cannot find the zone.
Ball 4. Take the base.
Now batting,
We're losing it a little bit.
Evan Carter.
Not sure what's happening. Looks like a double play is about to happen. Vaughn to Barger to Brown. Double play. The 4-6-3.
The first baseman,
It's going to get Orozco potentially out of some trouble here. Gives us the 2 outs quickly. Blue's not giving us anything on the black. But Lowe goes down swinging. So that was kind of a dangerous inning. Orozco gave up some runners. Obviously gave up first run of the game.
Leading off for the
But
A's,
could have been a lot worse. Good
the
defense
third
got us the
baseman,
double play.
Curtis Mead.
Mead is going to hit this one right back up the middle, past Springs. And we start off with another runner on base. We've been very consistent at that. And Verdugo hits it right to the first baseman, who does not glove it cleanly. It seems like we've seen that a couple times already for the Rangers. Defense just not gloving baseballs cleanly. And it's allowed some runners to be safe when they haven't, when they shouldn't have been. Soderstrom 10th in the AL in batting average.
That's a ball.
Like I was saying, leading up to this game where we're looking at stats and awards, Soderstrom having a breakout year. Missing the fastball there, but still in the driver's seat with the 2-1 count. Fouls off another high fastball, and that one is going to be an out. Good range there from the third baseman to make the play. And we are swinging at pretty much everything up in the black and top of the zone. But we need to get our bats up there. Jordan's going to pull this one, though. Line drive, single out to right. Another runner scores. We get the lead back up to 8. Another RBI on the day for Alvarez. And he's a double and a triple shy of the cycle. There's another hit for Seth Brown. Pulls this one out into right. Jordan's going to go first to third. And we're causing some trouble. Actually ends up being a double for Seth Brown. So he sees the throw, heads up base running, sees the throw to third, and gets an extra base out of it. I think the A's could pretty much wrap this game up early. We can score another couple runs, get up by double digits. That would certainly put us in a really good spot. And Walker 3-0 count. We're going to put up the stop sign. We get a slider down the middle, so unfortunate, but we still could draw a walk. That was it right there. Walker takes a stab at the circle change. Fouls off the high slider. And now pitch number 8 coming up in this at bat. Damn. Goes down and scoops up that fastball low in the zone. It was right on the corner, so very likely could have been strike 3. But I'm curious to see how Orozco responds after, I guess, what you could call kind of a tough inning in the third. Gave up some walks, gave up a run. And now facing Corey Seager as the leadoff batter is tough. But for the second time, Corey Seager goes down. It's another strikeout for Orozco.
Nope, ball 1.
And really, I feel like the fastball is really the only thing that's been working. Definitely a mistake pitch there. Almost got taken out of the yard. And we finally get a call on the black. Gives us the 1-2 count. The low 2-seamer has been good. Has gotten us some ground balls, but
Now batting, the designated hitter.
batters don't seem to want to bite on the curveball. They don't seem to want to bite on the changeup.
Ball 2.
So we've been really relying on the fastball, which can be a recipe for disaster. I think we have to show that we're willing to throw off speed in the zone.
No, that's down.
I mean, brutal call from Blue there. Good pitch.
That pitch is in. Ball
And
four.
two-seamer runs too far
Next for
inside.
the Rangers, the catcher, Kevin Parada.
So we see another walk.
0-1's the count.
This one gets shot out into center. It's going to advance the runner. They have 2 on now, 2 out. Justin Foscue up. He's got some pop in his bat. He could be dangerous.
Ball, that's down.
Dangerous changeup there. Catches quite a bit of zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Let's see what this curveball can do. We finally get a swing, but at one in the zone. We're going to challenge fastball. We get a pop-up. Verdugo ranging over on the run, and it is an easy catch. So 2 walks, or was that a walk and a single? That was a walk and a single, I think. But again, does not give up any damage. Good swing from Butler there, but drives it right to center. And his day continues to be ineffective at the plate. 0-3.
Douglas Vaughn.
In real life, however, Lawrence Butler has shown himself to be a very effective batter over this last month. Has hit lots of home runs, hitting for good average. The A's have actually come alive here in the last 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. They've won, I think, every series, the last like 4 or 5 series. And that is, I think, a 3-pitch, 3-batter inning for the Rangers. We, outside of that Barger ground ball, we had some nice hard hit balls to the outfield, but
Number 35,
just hit directly to outfielder.
Miguel
And Orozco finds himself back on the mound very quickly.
Hey!
Uh-oh. That curveball catches way too much of the plate. That's a double from Miguel Blyce.
Ah. 0-1. Ball 1. Yeah!
And we know Orozco has pitched well this season so far. And he's pitched well in this game, but he's definitely,
left fielder.
you know, Rangers are 1 home run away from this being to where this could have been a very close game. Butler with the throw to home, not really even close. So we give up 1. That's what I'm saying. The Rangers have had opportunities. They have had base runners. So we have to be careful. Beautiful pitch there. 4-seamer up and away.
Shortstop, Corey Seager.
And now Corey Seager up. 2 outs. I don't think we need to go to the bullpen yet, but Corey Seager, as we know, back-to-back MVPs, on pace for a 3rd MVP. We got to be careful.
Ball down.
He really wanted that curveball. Thought about it, took the bat off the shoulder, but no swing. And this one is driven out to right. Walker on the run. Oh my gosh, he snags it. I didn't think he was going to get there. So Roscoe gets bailed out a little bit. Some good defense, a couple double plays, and some good effort out in right field has been more than enough to get him over the hump. We are going to go to the bullpen, though. Get a righty and a lefty going. We're going to give Orozco a run in the sixth.
1-0.
But with kind of a short leash, obviously our bats have been very good.
2-0.
And so as long as they continue to be, we're not under any pressure to change pitchers.
Now batting, left fielder.
Great grab there from the first baseman.
Verdugo.
And I don't know what it is about Verdugo, but I swear we are always early on his at bats.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
He pulls everything.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Springs confidence has gone up a little bit, running a bit out of energy. 44 pitches, but
3.
oh, that was strike 3. Oh my God, Verdugo can't get his bat off. I think he lost. Oh, and Springs takes one off the thigh. Soderstrom on the run, the throw, not in time. That was 87 off the bat, right into the thigh of Jeffrey Springs. Took it like a champion. Stays in the game.
Ball, that's out.
But as I was saying, I think Verdugo kind of lost track of the count there. I think he realized he was at 2 strikes.
I got 1 ball,
And
1 strike.
beautiful slider from Springer. Seeing some good pitching down and away.
2 balls, 1
I
strike.
think he lost that slider a little bit, way up and outside. Jordan bites again on a hard slider. Not that time though, and it is high, it is deep, and the outfielder can only look up as that one bounces off the batter's eye. Second home run of the day for Jordan, his 35th of the year, and the A's go up by 9.
Now pitching for Texas, number 47.
Counts 1-0.
Now we see Mark Church, 27-year-old righty.
Sure.
I don't really know what to make of him. Nothing really spectacular standing out there that we have to worry about. And Seth Brown puts this one deep out into center. 105 off the bat, 444 feet. A's up 10.
That's outside.
So it's been kind of a hit parade. And we have been incredibly efficient, especially with runners on base, hitting home runs, hitting doubles to drive runners in. Walker flies out to center, but we get a double-digit lead. So from here on out, unless the Rangers do something ridiculous, we will be simulating the at-bats. We're going to give Orozco maybe another inning.
That's a ball.
He's had a habit of pretty consistently walking batters, which is not what we want to see.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
But we're going to let him pitch.
Nope. That's inside.
He has been pretty good so far. I think that's it. He's running out of gas. he's pitched a good game so far. I think it's just time we go to the bullpen. Looks like righty's the way to go, so we're going to go to the long reliever. Looks like he got some work yesterday. His stamina is a little bit low, but, you know, he's got a 5 ERA, and we need to get him some quality innings and some low leverage situations. Let him get up there, throw some strikes, see if we can get his confidence back up. Lefties are batting over 300 against him. I think that's where obviously the majority of his struggles have come from.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And Moncada just staying alive, fighting off absolutely everything. I mean, Core's not really giving him much to hit. Just painting around the black. That one, pretty hittable ball. Yikes, takes a rip at that slider way inside. Pops up for me to third. And that is much more like the Stuart Orr that we're used to seeing.
Ball 1, no strike.
Just painting on the black, getting some weak
That's ball
some weak contact.
2. Nope, that's inside.
Certainly not walking many batters.
Hey. Count full.
But we fight back. Getting to the full count. Mix it up with a little change up in the zone. And Parada whiffs on the changeup.
Justin Foscue.
Love the way Orr can he's just got such command on his pitches. I think really the sinker is the only one that really I think he lacks much control. But a really solid inning there. Does give up, you know, one runner, but no damage done. Like I said, up 10. We will just breeze through these bats. I mean, what are you going to do? Even in simulation, we score 3. Now Orr gets to come out. Try and lower that ERA. Just want a good right on to right. Butler on the run. And he can't get there. They're actually pushing for third. And it's there.
Now batting, right fielder
Miguel Blyce with a triple, his second of the year.
Garcia.
I don't think I would have expected that. Let's see if they send him. They do not. That throw is up the line. So if he would have gone, not sure if he would have scored or not.
Inside, ball 1.
But a leadoff triple
Hey.
is not great.
That's
It's going to be difficult to prevent the Rangers from scoring a run here.
2-2 to count. Count full.
Looking for Orr to just dot this one up and in. Oh, and he misses by just an inch or two.
Ball, that's up
Now
there.
we have 2 on for Nathaniel Lowe.
Nope, that's a ball.
All right. I think the umpire is giving us a little bit of trouble, which is frustrating. You know, we would obviously much rather
Outside.
have those 2 strikes be called strikes, but such is baseball. We get the call there.
Full count.
And we're going to try and dot this slider.
Got him.
We get 2, but the runner does score. The Rangers bring it closer. Now only a 12-run lead. I mean, we got the double play, which is really what we wanted. But also, some pretty frustrating calls. But Corey Strieger strikes out for the 3rd time. The leading contender for the MVP strikes out 3 times in one game. Very surprising. So we can't actually score this inning, shockingly. Now we didn't warm up another righty, but we'll go ahead and put in Crochet. I think Orr's probably had enough. He went a couple innings and came in tired. Josh Young's kind of crushes lefties, so it's not the best matchup for Crochet, but he is our highest rated reliever, so I mean, it should be fine. The problem is he does not play to his ratings. Umpire really giving us the business. We have had some really great pitches, just not called for strikes, unfortunately. But he gives us about an inch on the outside for strike 3. So Crochet gets a little lucky there, but I feel like it was kind of owed to us. It was a pretty favorable matchup, the next 2 batters, so I don't think Crochet's going to... Whoa, holy cow, he took the sword out of the saber. Just an absolute whiff from Moncada. Now we I think just going to have to give him a challenge fastball. He gets it and bloops it out to right. So single for Moncada. That's what we get for making fun of his swing, right? And I guess the umpire just likes pitches away. Crochet spins that little slide piece. Back foot slider in for strike 3. The name Foscue just reminds me of the type of hay, fescue. Growing up on a farm. Showing through there. The Australian charges, makes the catch and the throw. A's dominating late. No runs scored in the 7th or the 8th. And now we're going to look for Crochet to wrap this one up here in the 9th. Probably just going to throw a bunch of fastball strikes, not mess around too much. We're going to go back to the same spot, but with a changeup. And it's gone. It was close. The Blyce with the solo shot. I mean, that's not even a bad pitch. A fastball in on the hands. Blyce just, I guess, got his hands in. Was able to muscle that one out. I think that's just a case of good hitting as opposed to bad pitching. And that happens. Could also see this with Adolis Garcia. Great batting talent for the Rangers. Not so much in MLB The Show, but definitely in real life. Strikes out at 97 down the middle, though. That was the pitch to hit. Get a generous call there from Blue. And we're just going to pound it inside. Pause.
Ball inside.
The lefty, you got to think spinning up a little slide piece. Gets the whiff. It does. Money for Crochet.
Up next for the Rangers,
Back-to-back strikeouts, swinging.
Nathaniel Lowe.
And then another lefty-lefty matchup. Low 0-4 today, but no longer. He hits that one very hard out into right. Walker chases it down. It's going to be a double. So Crochet
The batter, number 5,
gives up a home run and a double
Corey Seager.
after. So not great. But again, very low leverage situation. We're not worried too much. Just trying to get Crochet some work. Hopefully he pitches well, lowers his ERA a little bit, gives him some confidence. But he gives up one. We still win by double digits. And A's just here in 2028 just cementing themselves as the best team in baseball. Orozco gets the win. I mean, his first full year starting,
3 hours and 50
and he has a 10-2 record. Jordan gets player of the game, 3 for 5 with 2 homers and 5 ribbies.
and
We did get beat around by Miguel Blyce, goes 4 for 4 with a homer, a triple, and a double. Wait, did he hit for the cycle? Did I just miss that? View box score. Rangers. No, he did not, because he had 2 doubles. So he had 2 doubles, a triple, and a home run. So a single shy of the cycle from Miguel Blyce. Wow. Good day for him. But we take the series over the Texas Rangers. We continue our dominance of the AL West. Moving on, I think we said we were going to play Baltimore, or we could play St. Louis at St. Louis, but I think we've already played there once. White Sox actually here in 2028, not nearly as bad as in real life, as they are now lost 20 games in a row. So let's do that. Let's go play in Chicago. We'll play the White Sox. We get an away game. And, we kind of get to see why the White Sox are competitive. Although we come in on a bit of a hot streak. Won quite a few games in there. Andreas Gillian just cannot stay completely uninjured. I think this is his third time. He's only out for a few days, but do worry about that. We are on a huge hot streak. We have won 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 games in our last 14. That is very good. We sweep St. Louis. Actually, Baltimore takes the series from us. But heading into the series versus the White Sox, we got to feel really good about where we're at. Wow. I mean, just a dominant lead out here in the AL West. 16 and a half games above second. All right, so who do we want to use to play the White Sox? We got Grayson Rodriguez, Oscar Hinoya, Roscoe, and Julio Rice. Let's, I guess, hop in here with the Cy Young contender, Grayson Rodriguez. Really only in the conversation because of his strikeout percentage. It's kind of ridiculous. He's up to, I think, close to or over 11 strikeouts per 9, which is just an insane rate. Be curious to see how many he gets over by the time we hit the end of the year. And we might get some subs in here. Let's see, we are facing a lefty, so let's go ahead and sub Noda in for Brown at first. Austin Allen, I don't think we've actually used at all this entire season, and Soderstrom actually a little tired, so this will kind of be like a backup day, I guess. Who else do we want to see? Let's put Vaughn can play third and short as well. So we'll try him at short. Actually, no. We should switch him for Geloff, because Geloff actually doesn't hit lefties that great, or at least not compared to righties. And then we'll keep Barger in at short. And then let's give Verdugo the day off. And put Butler in. So kind of a crazy lineup today, but good to see some backups. Give our boys some rest. They've been playing lights out. Skip. And we'll see how we do. Austin Allen. I should have switched it up a little bit. We have like 4 lefties in a row there at the bottom of the order. Austin Allen, our backup catcher, is hitting over 300, so we'll get to see him today for the first time. And we'll also get to see, I think we have pitched with Rodriguez once or twice this year so far. But we'll kind of get to hopefully improve on his Cy Young credentials. Butler takes a rip at that 2-seamer. A little late on it, I guess. Flies out into left. We haven't seen Rosario in a minute. He has been in a slump this year. Only batting .237, which I guess is probably average for the league, because he hits this one very well out to the left. It hits at the bottom of the wall, but only batting .233 for the, or .238 I think it said, for the year, which is not bad compared to the rest of the league, but not good compared to his previous years. And for the second game we play, we see Yordan Alvarez go yard. His 40th of the year, and we still have like a month and a half left of baseball. Yordan very easily could break 50.
1 ball, no strike.
Which would mean we made the right move in the offseason, paying him $45 million here in year 1, and we had to trade away, I think, 3 or 4 previous starters to make that contract work. But it's been fruitful. I think it's safe to say already broken 40, and especially if he breaks 50 home runs, then it's safe to say we definitely made the right move. And I think if there is ever any signing to show the MLB that the new A's are not the Moneyball team, it is definitely signing a player like Yordan Alvarez. You can also see his impact because without him, Houston went from, I think, being in the World Series last year to being second in the division by almost 20 games. All right, so Rodriguez, kind of an interesting guy. As we get to see the defense there, gets a pop-up on the bunt.
The designated hitter, Labor.
But Rodriguez, very interesting. Throws, as you can see there, a four-seamer up into the triple digits.
0-2.
Also has great spin
1-2.
on his breaking balls, but really lacks control. We've seen him miss quite a bit, which does get him into trouble. We've seen him get hit very hard. But he just has such good stuff. As that one goes up to 101. But first three batters, no strikeouts. Which, honestly, kind of surprising, given his run this year. Been striking batters out at an insane pace. Bond swings at the first pitch. I'm a little worried about our at-bat so far. Really got to get our batting coach into the ears of these boys and tell them that, you know, we're hunting the belt-high fastball. Like that one. But just a little bit behind. Late again. And then whiffs on the slider. Noah Schultz. Was that 99 velocity? Why? Interesting. Ryan Noda was instrumental in kind of getting this franchise up off the ground.
2 balls, no strikes.
It was a big contributor to success in the early part of this franchise. Since then has been kind of relegated to a backup role, but has filled that role really, really well. He's a reliable bench bat and plays good defense. He's got some versatility, being able to play first and the outfield. But unfortunately, grounds out here. Did fight himself back into a full count, but ultimately grounds out. And now we get to see more of Rodriguez. Who is Bryant Kane? 20-year-old, 72 overall. Okay, that's their first baseman. Still, I've yet to see a strikeout.
Ball, no strike. Hey!
Rodriguez,
Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
as I set it up, said he doesn't really have much command, but has actually been demonstrating pretty efficient control, at least with his fastball.
Hey!
Lobs over that curveball. It's right down the middle of the plate, but no swing.
Strike.
Now we're going to give him the inside heater. Hit very hard, but foul. Maybe the slider?
Ball 1.
Just don't think that's competitive enough to even warrant a swing. And another ground ball. So we've seen 2 innings of shutout baseball by Rodriguez, but no strikeouts, which is really what he's been known for this season. Now we get our first look at old man Austin Allen. Spent most of his time in AAA with us, but Pazzo, our catcher, backup catcher last year, just demonstrated no ability to hit the ball. Very unreliable as a backup. So we go with Austin Allen instead, and he's been hitting over 300 this year, so you got to feel really good about that. Don't feel good about Lawrence Butler just whiffing on that slider away. One and two now to Butler. And another whiff on a slider. This one under the zone. Lawrence Butler did not read that one particularly well. And that is another strikeout for Schultz, who despite, the 2-0 lead off the back of a Yordan Alvarez home run, hasn't really given up much. So we got ourselves a little bit of a pitcher's duel. I know maybe it doesn't seem that way, as we've only scored 2, but we have seen our ability to score early and often. And I think really the storyline so far in this game is Grayson Rodriguez has not been able to get a strikeout. Has yet to allow a base runner, I think. Yes. No hits, no walks.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
But despite being in the Cy Young conversation over his strikeout rate, like I said, yet to see a strikeout here. And we could see our first walk. Doesn't have a ton of command, but we get a challenge fastball at 100 in on the hands, and his first strikeout of the day. I'm kind of curious to take a look here at Christian Pache. He was actually an A for a year. Yep, back in 2022. As you can see, he was awful. He only hit 166 on base of 218. Traded to Philly. And then it looks like here in franchise mode, he got dealt to the Angels. And then here with the White Sox is actually having a resurgence. Hitting the ball very well. Maybe he's just a lefty specialist, it looks like. So I think we can feel confident challenging him, as Rodriguez is a righty and he only has, like I said, 30 contact or something like that. So I think as long as we don't throw him like a cookie down the middle, yeah. Easy strikeout for Rodriguez. Second of the inning. And now the ever dangerous Yordan Alvarez, our big money free agent who has carried us to the best record in baseball. This one opposite field. Bounces fair. Rolls to the wall. And that's going to be a double. On the ball hit only 77 off the bat.
Jordan Walker.
Walker really missed there. I mean, that... I'm not sure why he... I feel like he was looking in the right spot. But just missed it with his bat. Walker leading the A's with doubles. Has 32 on the year. May also lead us in foul balls after this at bat. 3 foul balls in a row. wisely does not swing at the changeup low and outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Couple waste pitches from Schultz here. And we'll see what the even count brings us. A slider in on the, right at
The third baseman,
Walker.
me.
Takes a huge rip. And I'm not going to lie, Schultz's slider is very good. Tons of break, tons of spin. Looking really good. Holding the ace to only 2 runs through 3 2/3 is pretty good.
That's a corner.
We don't lead in every hitting category like we did last year, but we are definitely in the top 3 in pretty much all of them.
2-0.
Ratings-wise, I think we're first in contact and then third in power, so you got to expect that we're going to score some runs. And Vaughn absolutely barreled that baseball, but just doesn't have the power to get it out. So a close game. Only 2 runs separate these teams to close out the 4th inning. And we might just throw another of fastballs. Kidding, of course. But going from 100 to 101 on the fastball,
Designated hitter,
down to 85 on the changeup,
Torres.
No.
that's got to be difficult for batters. Little blooper on the left. Butler on the run. Makes the grab. Out number 2. Wow. Noda and Vaughn both rushing for that one, but it manages to get by both.
Ryan Kent.
And that is the first base runner, I think, for the White Sox.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Bryant Kane with some pretty outrageous cleats right there.
Ball. Ball 3. Count full.
Another full count for Rodriguez. You already know he's going to challenge fastball. Kane makes contact to stay alive.
Ball 4, take your
And the
base.
changeup is below the zone.
Up next for the White Sox,
So after giving up no base runners through 3 2/3, Rodriguez gives up a single and a walk, back to back. So the White Sox certainly have life here. We'll try and spin a little slide piece. And there is the strikeout potential that we have been wanting to see more out of, at least in this game.
leading off for the
I think that's his 3rd or 4th of the game.
Addison.
But yeah. Now we do kind of have the backup squad in. Not really kind of, we do. I mean, that was 109 off the bat.
The first baseman,
The fact that he was able to make that grab is pretty incredible. I mean, that's just great defense. You got to give credit where credit is due. I said 109 off the bat. You got to think that if elevated at all, that would be a home run. Man, that slider all the way down to 79. Huge velocity disparity between his fastball and his breaking pitches. And pitching pretty close. Noda goes down and scoops this one up. Hit pretty well. Fairly deep out in the center, but ultimately caught. I mean, barreled that one. And now our second lowest at Austin Allen. Like I said, 356 leads the team in batting average. And that one is going to get through. The average continues to stay high as Austin Allen hits a single, manages to squirt through.
Lawrence Butler.
And another fly out for Lawrence Butler. Just under that one. And the A's go quietly yet again here in the fifth.
No, that's a ball. 1-0.
Rodriguez fairly efficient. 50. That was his 52nd pitch here after now 4 1/3. Softly hit ground ball. Rodriguez unable to get to it. Battison Barger charges in. Able to field it cleanly. The throw to first is in time. Out number 2. Rodriguez still pitching an absolute gem.
1-2.
Trying to spin up this slide piece, and he just goes down looking at it. We take those all day, every day. But it's still only a 2-run game. All the White Sox need is a bloop and a blast. And this game is tied. We need to get some more runs up on the board. I mean, a hard hit ball, but right to the second baseman. Jordan 2 for 2, has a home run, has a double. A hard play for the second baseman, but Jordan, without much speed, is not able to leg that one out. And we are already at 2 outs. I mean, once again, it's a hard hit ball. Over 90 miles an hour off the bat, but right to a defender. And the defense for the White Sox has been pretty good.
Leading off for the White Sox, the center
Has really limited us today.
Pache.
0-1.
I don't think we really have to mess around with Pache. I know he makes contact there, but only like 30-something contact versus righties. We just got to give him something to swing at, and he'll swing at it. So the lineup rolls over. Samad Taylor leading off. We get him to pop up. And this has just kind of been a pitcher's duel. Back and forth, both pitchers have been very efficient, very effective. And that was a quick 1-2-3 inning. Grayson Rodriguez only allowed 1 hit so far, and I think 1 walk. That's all the White Sox have had, but they're still keeping it close. And all they need to do is get to the bullpen, and
Ladies and gentlemen,
maybe they scratch across a couple runs, and it's all of a sudden a tie game.
The White Sox, number 49, Jake Eder.
All right, let's take a look at Jake here. 29-year-old, 80 overall lefty. Big man, 6'4", 215 with a 5.21 ERA. Nothing really stands out, only a 3-pitch mix. Gonna just try and look for that mid to high fastball.
Nope, I'll 2. 2 balls, no strike.
When we see it, we'll take a rip at it. But starting off 3-0 to Mead here. Give him the red light. And we do get strike number 1. Curveball to hit way up in the zone. But under it, fouled off. Now full count to Mead. And we draw a walk to start. Take that. Maybe this is the start of our inning where we get to pull away a little bit. Vaughn, a little blooper out to the infield, doesn't even get to the outfield. Not the worst swing, just really late on it. Can't really get much power behind it. We've seen Barger go on streaks where he is just hit for power and average, but lately just kind of been average. Stolen base for the Australian though, Curtis Mead, now on second. Also keeps us out of the double play. Barger whiffs on the changeup. And the fastball in on the hands. He can't turn on it. Ends up popping it up. Third baseman makes the play.
Now batting, the first baseman.
So after a leadoff base runner, we're now at 2 outs. And let's see if Ryan Noda can be our hero. Stretch us to a 3-run lead. I mean, he gave this one a ride. Maybe timed up a little bit better. That's a home run, but unfortunately, it is not.
Leading up for the White Sox, the shortstop, C.J. Abrams.
Looking at Rodriguez here. Still has plenty of stamina. Only 66 pitches so far. Pitch number 69. Not nice. Ball outside. But a strikeout on the low fastball. Surprised we haven't seen more. I think in other outings that we have pitched with Rodriguez, we've seen double-digit strikeouts. I don't know if we're going to get that today. I don't know how that wasn't a strike, but I guess he doesn't go around.
2-2.
And that one, thrown 100 and hit 93 off the bat. Walker has the range to make that play. And that's also something that we've done that really hurt us last year, was we put some speed in the outfield.
That's a ball.
That is not a ball, but okay. We made the decision to put Rosario out in center instead of short and give Barger the start at shortstop. And that's worked out really, really well. Another strikeout there for Rodriguez. And once again, the A's are looking to do some sort of damage and try to extend this lead. We scored 2 in the first. It looked like we might, run away with it early, but just absolutely shut down since then. We've had runners on, but we're getting hittable fastballs. And we know how this team operates. We get a hittable fastball, we're never going to apologize for swinging at one. But just none of them get hit particularly hard, and definitely none of them, and if they are hit hard, they're hit to a defender, Can't get anything to a gap. Can't get anything into the grass. And another very fast 1-2-3 inning. Grayson's still in. Here in the 8th. That was pitch number 83.
The catcher,
And he could actually go the distance. A complete game shutout would be an excellent outing. We'll see if he has the stamina to go. He definitely went around. Yeah, he went around. Maybe expecting the fastball as a put-away pitch. We're going to give him a changeup, and it works. He whiffs on it. And now I think after, like I said, the first 2-3 innings without a strikeout, I think he might actually be pretty close to double digits now at this point.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Pitch number 90 is a pop-up on the infield. Note is under it. That's out number 3. So we will go ahead and go to the bullpen. We are going to warm up Bronson, our closer. 31 saves on the year, but we are going to start with Grayson Rodriguez coming out. And I don't know how Alvarez misses this one. I thought his bat was on it. Just a little under. That's been kind of the story. If it's barreled, it's hit. For the most part, except for that one. Pretty much right to a defender. But then also a lot of hits
the third baseman,
that have not been barreled up. But we finally have a runner on with only 1 out. So we're in a position here where we can do some damage. Just need Meade to buckle down. And again, fastball hit fairly well. I mean, not particularly hard, but I mean that's really close to being, like I said, you know, what you would call it barreled. Oh, and then Vaughn just punches this one right into the ground. So now it's up to the pitching.
The center fielder, Christian.
See if Christian Pache can be the hero.
1 ball, no strike. 1-1.
Not particularly effective against righties. And we know Rodriguez has the put-away stuff. Look to punch him out here, nothing. Feel like we just got to challenge him with a fastball. There we go. First batter down.
The second baseman, Samar Taylor.
Running out of gas here a little bit. But still able to ring up 98. Pitch number 100 is a ground ball. Meade gloves it. The throw to first is in time, and we have 2 out.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
So the 100th pitch gets out number 2. 1 more out on Gleyber Torres, and we will have a complete game shutout. And a 1-hitter. At that would be pretty amazing if we can do that. We're going to give him the heat. It is out in the left. And it falls foul. This one a dribbler. Barger's there. He's got a good arm. Gleyber doesn't have speed. A's win. And Grayson Rodriguez, adding to his Cy Young year, with a 1-hit shutout, full game, complete game performance against, honestly, not that bad of a White Sox team. Our bats just could not get it going. We had 5 hits, but only 2 runs. And 5 hits for us is nothing. So a little disappointing, but our big man, Yordan Alvarez, got the home run in our only 2 runs. Grayson gets player of the game. 9 innings, 10 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 hit. Incredible pitching performance from Grayson Rodriguez. Imagine if we would have gotten a couple strikeouts in those first 2 to 3 innings. We could have seen a 12, 13, maybe even 14 strikeout game. All right, so we win. So we sweep Kansas City. We win Game 1 against the White Sox. We win Game 2 and Game 4. So we continue to win every series except for our series against Baltimore, and now versus Seattle, we sweep. This is a special team, I think, as we head into the month of September. We are now 91 and 43 heading into the last month. You got to think that we're going to be well over 100 games. Let's see if we've moved up in any of these awards. How does Corey Seager have 47 home runs so far? That is absolutely, like bonkers. That's crazy. But Grayson Rodriguez, great performance. Now up over 200 strikeouts on the season. Holy cow. 200 strikeouts is like, over 200 strikeouts with a month left is like Randy Johnson numbers. That is crazy. Thank goodness we still have him for another year at $9 million. So, gives us a little bit of time to make some cap room because he looks like he could potentially be a special pitcher. He's gotten his walks down, 10.5 K per 9. Pretty crazy. All right. Just thinking if I want to continue on, we're only at an hour and a half, and we normally do at least 2 hours. So why don't we just keep going on ahead? I'm enjoying myself so far. I'm really excited to see where this team is going to push as we head into the month of September. It also means we have September call-ups. So, on those lines, we need to fill 2 positions. Our starting pitcher rotation has been very good, and Hinojo could probably come up, but I would much rather just leave him in AAA to continue to get that minor league experience. Nothing's really jumping off the page at me right now. Relief pitchers. We could bring up Kyle Brown just to add another reliever. I don't really know that we need another lefty in our bullpen. Alvaro Mata. Holy cow, look at that. 2.4 ERA, 0.9 whip. Was this our draft guy? I honestly don't remember. But 96 walk per 9 is a stat rating you can feel good about. Okay. So we have some options at reliever. I mean, looking at our bullpen, though, I mean, long reliever, I think we're pretty good. Orr's figuring it out. He's kind of getting back on track. You know, we got 3 lefties, 2 righties. So we definitely don't need another lefty. I think we're in a good spot. I mean, our setup man is, I mean, I don't even know what to say. Sub 1 ERA, sub 1 whip. And then Bronson, I mean, can't get a win to save his life, but 34 saves on the year in 48 games. And both these guys very young. We're going to have to pay them. Well, Bronson, look at that. Oh, man, I love how good I am at making contracts. All right, so anyway, moving on. I don't think we're going to bring up any pitchers. Vaughn was someone that we would consistently bring up. However, you know, not making the cut here because he's already in MLB. I don't really see any options that would probably be particularly effective or that we particularly need. If anything, I would like to get a more speedy outfielder brought up, if that's an option. Meza now up to an 80 overall and still in Double-A because he can't hit for average. But 31 home runs, obviously, very, very good. Even though it is just Double-A ball, but apparently it's all against righties. If we can get that contact up into the 50s, then maybe he can make the jump to Triple-A. But right now, I'm happy to leave him Double-A. But Colby Thomas, yeah, he can hit. Estrada, yeah, he can hit. And he has some speed. He has an arm. Not great reaction or fielding. But he can hit the ball. And he's got some speed. So let's go ahead and Mike Estrada gets the call up. And I just do not know who else we bring up. We don't have any infielders, I think, that would make an impact or that we particularly need. Like I said, relief pitching is solid, and we have, you know, we could bring up Sean Newcomb. But we already have 3 lefties in the pen. I don't think we need a 4th. Kyle Brown we could bring up, but again, a lefty. If we brought up anyone, it would be a righty. And our best righty is Alvaro Mata, who is pretty good. I'm not going to lie. He is pretty good. I mean, the game won't let us go on unless we pick someone. So, I guess we're going to do that. We'll have to add him to the 40-man. Move him up. Okay. So now that means we also need to make our AAA and AA teams whole. So Robert Salinas, he's going to go up to AAA. And yeah, I guess we'll move McLean up. At least a 60, I think, overall can play at AA. And then, let's see, we need to move a fielder up to AAA. It's going to be Meza. Well, he gets a month to prove that he can hit the ball in AAA. And then we'll add Armando Caveda to AA. Any other single A players that might? Our highest one is closing pitcher Alejandro Luis. He's a 61 overall. He could probably pitch, but I think they probably have enough relievers, so I think we should be good. Just want to check on the... We don't need 2 setup guys. Newcomb's got 43 stamina. We'll throw him in a long relief role. Okay, and make sure no lineups are messed up for our... Alright, so they need a center fielder. It's going to be Martin Meza. And he brings in some serious power. We'll put him in the 4 hole here against righties. And I feel like the 4 or 5 spot's really good for him. Okay. So we'll see if he can step in and make an impact at the AAA level for the first time since his first year when we started him at AAA, which ended up being a mistake. All right, we'll put Randall McLeod out there despite his poor defense. And we'll have him leading off. All right, that'll play. Looks like our AAA squad maybe has a chance at making the playoffs. AA squad, definitely not. All right, so here we are. Last month of September, what are our 2 games going to be? Well, Houston is the closest to us, even though they're almost 20 games behind. But honestly, we just haven't played Seattle much. We're not under any threat, so I just kind of want to play some teams we haven't played much. And I think Toronto's one of those teams, and Seattle's one of those teams. So those are going to be our 2 games for the month of September. We end up taking the series versus the Angels, and we have pitched with Orozco and Rodriguez in the same episode, so looks like we'll hop in and pitch with, or how about this? We'll just turn on critical situations, and we'll hop in for critical situations for the month. That'll be something new and different. Why not? So what do? You just sim? All right, first one. We've got a 1-run lead to protect. Close it out with Winkler. Let's do it. Look at that. First in runs, first in home runs, 4th in on-base percentage.
The batter, number 71.
All right, so we got 1 on with 1 out. We got Winkler, who has crazy high hit per 9, right? 99 hit per 9. Give him a couple high fastballs. I feel like a changeup just does him dirty right here, right? Makes contact. How about a two-seamer? Low and away. Scoops it. Rosario, we're going to make the throw to third. It is way offline and not in time. So no play at third.
The third baseman, number 5, Miguel Giraldo.
Ball, one strike.
But we have to get through Giraldo. And I think we just attack the inside with the fastball. And then the splitter. How about a changeup low and away? No bite. We're just going to put a fastball in there, challenge him, and he walks. We mistime the pitch, and he misses inside. And now the former A, Ramon Laureano. You got to think he cannot be the hero. And we just can't find the strike zone. Get it to 2-1. Really dangerous change up there. Now fastball up and in. Swing and miss. Winkler shuts him down. A's win in a close one. Narrowly avoiding disaster. Grayson Rodriguez, 8 innings, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, and only 1 earned run. Great starting pitcher performance. And our bat's kind of quiet. Only 6 hits and only 4 runs. Continue on with our play of the moments. I think that's kind of interesting. All right, critical situation. Ron Marinaccio is trying to close you out. We are down by 1 run in the bottom of the 9th. And we have Yordan Alvarez at the dish, representing the winning run and the tying run.
John Shelby.
Vaughn is on first.
No, he beat it. No ball, 1 strike.
Yordan whiffs on the changeup.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Get a high fastball. That changeup is looking pretty good for Marinaccio.
2-2.
Yordan's going to pop up. The catch is made. The Blue Jays win. Yordan cannot come up in the clutch. That's okay. Can't win them all. But we actually end up losing the series to Toronto. And we have a player lock milestone. Walker has 2 home runs. Let's make it 3. We're up 12-3. I think it's fine. We'll simulate to the end of the game. We win 13-7. Okay. All right. Again, down by 1 run in the bottom of the 9th. We have Jordan Walker 0 for 4 on the day with runners on the corners. So what else we got? 4th and on base, 1st in runs allowed, 1st in home runs. Jesus. That's fine. We're looking for fastballs up. And we get 2 beautiful pitches to start. Puts Walker in an 0-2 hole. And then the sinker runs inside. I mean, that's just 3 excellent pitches in a row. Not much you can do about that. And again, we're down in the 9th. We'll hop into this one. Haven't been successful thus far in playing the moments.
For the Athletics, the second baseman.
What's the situation here?
Yellow.
Down 1, top of the 9th. No on, no out. Facing Trevor Stefan. Fastball, splitter, slider. It's okay if they pitch us low. We're going to be patient. Look for those high fastballs. And then whiff on them. 98 came in really hot. So 3 fastballs in a row. I mean, Gelof's kind of on it. Good timing. Seth Brown swings through a splitter. And we see our first ball since hopping into this game. We know Seth Brown has that hero gene. And he gives this one a ride out to left. Left fielder on the run at the wall. Jumps. And he is unable to stop Seth Brown from hitting his 22nd home run of the season. That one just ekes over the wall. And now with 1 out, the game is tied. Walker pops up. Probably an ill-advised swing there. And now Lawrence Butler, who has been very good this season, has this chance to prove himself. Starts off with a really tough call. And that is hit on a line to the right fielder.
Leading off for the Rangers, the designated hitter, Yoa.
Now we have to shut down the Rangers at home in the bottom of the 9th. For some reason, our long relief pitcher is in. I'm not sure the managerial strategy thus far in the game, but we'll roll with it. Or doing a good job so far. We get a ground ball and a pop-up. Now facing Aaron Savala. The name does not seem familiar, so I'm thinking maybe he was part of their September call-up group. And just a beautiful slider Dotted inside, gets the whiff. And now we go into extra innings. Obviously, of course, we start with a runner on second. So we just need a drive to get the runner home. I think a single would probably do it. It looks like that's probably Walker or maybe Rosario out there. Both of whom have very good speed. And Barger draws a walk.
Leading for the A's, the third baseman.
They want us to pinch run, but he's not the lead runner. So I don't think that makes sense. Mead hit out to left, caught. So not only does that not advance the runner, but also puts us in a situation where a double play ends the inning. So we really got to be cognizant of that, try to lay off any breaking balls. But that's a fastball down the middle. It's high and deep. It bounces off the wall. Rosario's on second. Our other two runners score. We take a 2-run lead in the top of the ninth with only one out.
The catcher, Tyler Soderstrom. Your attention, please.
Analytics gives us a 97% chance to win.
Number 25, Jose Leclerc.
Soderstrom hits it hard at the third baseman. He's able to glove it cleanly and make the throw. And now would be a great time for a Yordan Alvarez home run. I think that would really put this one out of reach.
One ball, no strike.
I mean, 3-13 with runners in scoring position. And that's a fastball right down the middle. Good contact, but just not quite enough to take it 407 to the center field wall. But we do what we need to do. We score 2. And now Orr in the driver's seat. That apparently never hit the ground.
Second baseman, Jonathan India.
I thought for sure.
0-1.
That was like a one-hopper. It was not. See if we can get India to chase this slide piece. He does. Orr, who has terrible defense, ranges over, makes the grab. Great effort there. And now just one more out against an incredibly difficult batter with Corey Seager.
Ball.
And we will have made it in extras. Oh my God, no, 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 no. Rosario misses it. Oh my God, the runner scores. Corey Seager is in scoring position on second. And I feel like I've got to take a look. What happened to Ahmed Rosario? So line drive hit, charges it, bounces it, and then on the hop, the ball he just misses it. Puts the glove out there, whiffs hard. Ball gets to the wall, and disaster. Not a bad pitch.
Ball.
I mean, that was a phenomenal pitch right there. We don't get the call. Oh my God, they're going to tie it. That one squirts through. Our defense is failing us. I don't want to live in replay mode, but Geloff, what the hell, man? I mean, it's an incredibly hard hit ball, but he acts like he's going to glove it. Instead of like he just kind of falls. Oh, man.
Ball, no.
I still feel
1-1.
confident with Orr up there.
Ball 2.
He can get out of this.
Kitty swing.
We're also just getting ruined by the umpires. Full count, payoff pitch. Fouled off. We're going to go change up. Give him the speed difference, and he just belts it. All right, at this point, I feel like we have to go to the bullpen. No one's warming up. Be a good spot to have a lefty warmed up here. Thank God. Geloff's there to make the play. We get out of it. And now we find ourselves in the top of the 11th. Insane defense from Seager. He gets the out to Geloff at first. But the runner advances. And Seth Brown having a 2-for-4 day. That one's going to squirt through. That's going to score. We get back on top. That's all we needed. That is all we needed. Jordan Walker feeling spicy. Rips at that cutter. This one opposite field fly. Two pretty good rips on those baseballs. Don't hate it. I mean, a changeup at 88. It's pretty nasty.
Ball, 1 strike.
Seth Brown, good power versus righties.
Ball.
He definitely has the bat here. Good fastball to hit, but under it and late. Let's see what we get on the even count, 2-2.
Ball.
Fastball inside, full count now. And we'll see what Lawrence Butler can do. Payoff pitch. Hits this one out in the left, but it's caught. All right. So Orr is out there. Looks like righty is the way. But I think we're going to put in Hannah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
They've seen Orr.
Luther.
No
Hannah.
ball, 1 strike. Out.
Mancada doesn't even try.
Now running at third
Just
base.
kind of trots to first.
Number 3, Lee Hody.
And now we need strikeouts in the worst way possible.
Ball 1.
Get that sinker down.
Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Run this fastball in on the hands.
High, 3.
He takes it looking for strike 3. That was huge.
Number 13. Aaron.
Beautiful pitch on the black. I think we continue with that strategy. Pitch in. Change up away.
1-1.
How is it did not go around on that? Come on, Hannah. Finish him.
No. Ball 3.
I mean,
Full count.
incredibly good pitches. They're close. And we get a pop-up. We're going to go back to the fastball again. Fouled off. And now I think a changeup. Low and away. Barger's there. Throw the ball! Oh my God, what is that? What are you doing? What in the world are you doing? Comes at the ball, steps back, and it is just... Oh my God, my blood pressure. What are you doing? What is that animation? Like, I know that's just the game. That's not like a player flaw. That's just a weird animation. But that's an easy routine play for a shortstop. And it takes him like 3 steps to collect himself. My God, dude.
Your attention, please. This change defensively.
Now in the 12th.
Now catching.
Unbelievable.
5.
We get a weird animation.
Time.
That's a rocket out. I don't know who is on second, but he doesn't go. Okay.
Now batting. Third baseman. Curtis.
I'm fine. We have a runner at third. We don't need a pitch run right now. What we need is for our defense and our pitching to step up. Holy cow. We've scored in every... in the 10th, 11th, and now we're 90 feet away from scoring in the 12th. But our defense has just been a huge letdown. And we're going to red light meet here. The stop sign is up. No swing. And we draw the walk. Bases loaded. Rosario, I think, has like a 99 clutch rating. But he has no power versus lefties, so I don't think we're looking at a grand slam. But an opposite field single will score 1 at least. It scores 1. Now bases loaded for our breakout year of Tyler Soderstrom. Grab your chips and sody. Oh my God, a home run right after that line would have been electric. 1 for 5 on the day. Career high in home runs. He doesn't add to that. The runner at third does not tag. And now bases loaded for Yordan Alvarez. 0 for 5, he's due. And that is a hard hit ball. Incredible play from India at second. We do score a run off that though, so up 2. So Yordan gets the RBI. And that's going to do it. Unless this throws off. It is not. All right, so once again, We score 2 in extras. And now please, let's get our pitching and defense to do something. India goes down looking on the changeup. That is massive.
Number 5, shortstop, Corey.
And now the player who is on pace for his 3rd consecutive MVP. Corey Seager at the plate.
Ball 1. 1 ball.
I still think going back to the sinker away, I think that's good. He does make contact. Butler's there well in time. The throw is perfect. No runner advances.
Number 6, Young.
Sticking with the righty. Beautiful pitch 1. Come back inside on the fastball. In on the hands. Strikeout.
Ball.
Fastball. In on the hands. Strikeout.
No.
Incredibly patient at bat in a huge clutch moment. But the sinker puts him down. A's win in a close one. Sethy boy goes 3 for 5 with a homer and 2 ribbies.
8 runs on 11 hits. 1 error. They left 12 men on base.
Game that goes 12 innings. Incredibly close with a division rival, but no issues here. Brown has an 11-game hitting streak. Keep it alive. I'll pass on that. All right. Once again, we are losing in the 9th. No. Yes. We've already scored 1. We'll hop in.
Now batting, designated hitter.
So we're down 1. We scored 1 so far. No outs, no runners on.
1-0.
How did that slider not hit him? Jordan pops up on the fastball. It would have been so nice to have Jordan come back to Houston and just hit a dinger to tie the game in the 9th. But we don't get it.
No. 1 ball, no strike.
Walker hits one past the third baseman out to the left. It's going to be a single with 1 out. The tying run is on. And we find ourselves at the bottom of the lineup having to be the heroes in these critical situations. And I don't mind it until we swing at pitches like that. Meade flailing on the slider. That one squirts away. Walker advances to second. That keeps us out of the double play. That's actually massive. Scored a wild pitch. And wow, we really just super early over the top of the slider. Barger gives this one out to right and to left. It falls. It's at the wall. The runner scores. Tie ball game, baby. Barger with a clutch RBI double. We're not going to pinch run.
Your attention,
Fine with that.
Now
They're bringing a righty versus Geloff, who smashes righties.
Brandon.
This one hit up the middle. Barger rounding third. He gets to home. A's up 1. What is our bullpen situation?
Seth Brown.
Closer's going to go in. Houston's blowing it. No trash cans to help him out. You love to see it. Give me another one.
1-0.
Let me just pop one down to right field. Come on, gimme. Right on cue! Seth Brown asked for it. Seth Brown got it. A massive shot, 110 off the bat to the second deck. His 23rd of the year. A's come from being 2 down in the top of the 9th to now 3 up. Huge. Sethy, bah! Get dunked on.
Ladies
All right.
Your attention, please.
Now our closer.
Roosevelt Bronson.
He has no confidence. I wonder if that has to do with his clutch rating. I'm not sure. But he starts off strong. He gets a pop-up from short Keen Altuve. Now Brendan Donovan, actually a guy we went out in free agency for, but ended up signing with Houston.
Ball.
Seems like a you problem there, buddy. Ooh, did he go?
That's a check.
Yes, sir! Strikeout. Brendan Donovan goes down. Roosevelt Bronson works through the first 2 batters without issue.
Kyle Tucker.
And now an incredibly dangerous batter here with Kyle Tucker. He's got them long-ass gangly arms. I think you attack him inside. It's going to be hard for him to tuck those arms in and, pull a baseball with power. The slider gets the ground ball. Geloff with the throw to first. A's win it down 2 in the top of the 9th. Incredibly clutch performance. You'll love to see it. Ah!
Fans are
Luther Hanna gets the win. Okay. All right. So playing the moments, we get some interesting ones. It seems like we can only win in the bottom of the 9th. Okay. Once again, this is like the 4th time in like 5 games. We're down 1 in the top of the 9th. Let's see what we can do.
leading off.
No outs. No one on.
Baseman, Zach Geloff.
Geloff up. Okay. Close pitch on the black. We take that. Ends up being a called strike. Check swing. He does go around. Strike number 2. And then he takes one on the shoulder like a champion. If you're not swinging at good pitches, you can swing your shoulders out there. And our hero of last game, Seth Brown. Can we go 2 for 2? Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh, disaster. We get a pretty good pitch. Just over the top of it. Seth Brown rolls into a double play. And our hopes of winning this one are looking slim. Our hopes lie with Jordan Walker.
Nope, ball.
Incredibly close pitch there. Holy cow. Get a little bit lucky.
Ball.
We work ourselves into a favorable hitter's count. And we draw a walk. So the hope is still there.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Lawrence Butler, 0 for 6 in the series. Seems to be in a pretty big slump. Let's see if we can resurrect him. And he takes the shot. First Geloff, then Butler.
Shortstop, Addison Barger.
We have the tying and the winning runs on base. Barger gets a fastball down the pipe. Misses it and late. That might have been his pitch. He gets another one in the exact same spot. A little bit better timed, but still foul. Unfortunately, we are in an 0-2 count. And Coleman has a very good slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
As you see there. He should have stayed. Could have been plunked. And Barger hits one high and deep to left. It's gone! The A's with another late game 9th inning hero home run. Holy cow. Off the same pitcher. Okay. Just clutch after clutch. Unbelievable performance by the A's. And we got to go to our bullpen again, right? Let's see if we can get back-to-back saves with Roosevelt Bronson. Assuming we don't score more than 2 more runs, it'll be a save situation. But nope. We line out, and now we got to pitch. Man, what an insane last 2 games versus the Astros.
Your attention, please. Now pitching, Roosevelt Bronson.
Who the heck is Connor Wong? Their catcher. Okay.
Ball. 1-0.
I mean, pretty tough call from Blue there.
Nope, ball.
Apparently he also didn't go around. I mean, now we kind of got to challenge him. We can't go down 3-0.
That missed, that's a ball.
All right, so,
3-0.
you know, what are you going to do? 2 great pitches,
Hey.
not called.
3-1. Hee-haw. Count full.
Go off speed with the slider. He went around. He went around. No. They say he didn't. I want to instant replay that. It is close, but they made the right call.
Ball.
And Bronson's getting gassed. Gets a quick first out there. Short key now, Tuve.
Hee-haw.
We get the call there, thank goodness.
No
Spin
ball,
the slide
2 strikes.
piece. Go back up top with the fastball.
That's
Okay.
a ball.
I also don't remember Bronson have a cutter,
Hey.
but it's a good one. Painted.
The batter,
Sit down.
3, shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
Zero balls, one strike.
And now their last hopes.
Ball.
What?
Ball, one strike.
We are getting hosed by Blue right now.
Hit. Foul.
Fastball inside. Swing and miss. A's win. Insane clutch performances. It just does not get any better. You'll love to see it. Barger 2 for 3 with a home run that put us over the top.
7 runs, 8 hits.
That feels good. That feels very good. All right, I don't know how much more I can take of this. Now facing off against San Diego and Mason Miller, who we traded. He did not work his season out. Still over, well, I guess going from a 7 ERA with us to a 5 ERA is something. Arthur McLean in Double-A with a broken arm, out for 1 to 2 months. So he's out for the rest of the season for our minor league squad. We'll just go ahead and put him on the 60-day. Now we'll put him on the 15-day. And Armando Cavedo, he's out for 2 weeks. We'll put him on the 10-day. Rodriguez has a shutout going in late in the game. Finish it off. I'm not worried about that. We're up 7-0. We'll just simulate it. We win 7-1. I have a 1-run lead to protect. We need to close it out with Bronson. I would be happy to do that. I wonder when you do play the moments if the game artificially creates lots of close games to have you hop in, because I feel like most of our games are not this close. So we got 1 on in scoring position and 1 out. Bronson has to be like one of our best surprises. Very similar to Luther Hanna. Oh, Blue! Jesus Christ. Cannot get a call. But similar story to Luther Hanna.
The center fielder,
You find him not really, he doesn't look spectacular, but absolutely dealt as a closer or as a relief pitcher in Double-A. He crushed it in Triple-A. We bring him up for his first major league start this season. Alvarez 3 for 3 with 2 homers, 5 ribbies, and
games.
we brought him up at the start of the season, and he was like, I don't know, 10 innings in with a 0 ERA. So we move him to closer, and he just continues to succeed, and you love to see it. All right, we're at 2.5 hours now, and these moments are they just feel really repetitive. Reminds me why I didn't play them off, or usually keep them on. We're up. We have a 100-win season. I think we go ahead and turn off critical moments now. We'll go ahead and simulate the rest of this year. As we win 17-0. Matsui injured again. What was the story in this game, winning 17-0? All right. So 2 doubles from Vaughn, Verdugo with the double, Walker with the double. 2 home runs from Walker, 2 home runs from Seth Brown, and 2 home runs from Rosario. Holy cow. Austin Allen stole a base. He has like 2 speed. Arias continues to be dominant. 8 innings, allowed 6 hits, 2 walks, no earned runs though, 7 strikeouts. Luther Hanna comes in the ninth and shuts it down. Beautiful. All right. What was it? Pitching rotation was off for AAA. Yep. All right. So we'll slot Joe Boyle in there. And let's go ahead and sim. Aviators finished 71 and 79. Not good enough for the postseason. And our minor league postseason drought continues. Year one, both our AAA and our AA roster made the playoffs. I think our AA team won their championship. And since then, neither our AA or AAA team has even made the playoffs. Same with the Rockhounds again, 32 and 37, not enough. I actually do want to stop simulating before they get to the playoffs because I want to look at our minor league stats. Because once you get to the playoffs, the stats reset. So let's take a look at the stats for our minor league ball clubs here. Any standouts? Andreas Gillian, are a potential, and I'm pretty sure that's like a 95, 97 potential player. He's 25 years old. He's hit a 78 overall. Had a pretty good season, but he continues to improve. That's all we can really ask for. Our new addition, Henry Hinojo from Japan, 3 years younger than Gillian, but already a 79 overall. Had a solid year down at the minors. Depending on what happens during the offseason, we might look to bring him up. Kyle Brown, who will probably make the major league roster next year. Young guy, pitched really well, 3.82 ERA, 1.15 whip. That'll play. And Adrian Guerrero, who we got via trade, came in as a closer and was phenomenal. 2.89 ERA, 109 whip. Down in AA, lots of young youth down here. Young youth. That's very redundant of me to say. I apologize. But, little three-headed monster here at the top. Padilla, another A potential guy. He's at a 73 overall at 21 years of age. Feels pretty good about that. Bullpen. Whoa, Andre Granillo posted a 7 ERA in 16 innings pitched. That is less than ideal. Chris Campaneris, D potential guy, but pitched really well this year. And Manny Osuna, his second year at AA, not nearly as good as his first. Almost a 5 ERA and a 1.5 whip. 7 blown saves, 3 holds. Okay. All right. And then how about batting? Up at AAA. Oh, yeah. So we moved Martin Meza from AA to single A. And he did not do well. So he will probably start, even though he's an 80 overall, he will probably still start in AA next year until he proves that he can hit for some sort of average. He did have 31 home runs in AA, though. You have to remember that. Armentero's put together a decent year. But no real breakouts down here. Aldo Murillo, though. Now, he's a catcher. We have him at first. 90 contact versus lefties. Brett Harris, Henry Bolt, Thomas Crespo. Oh, wait, that's pitcher. So really nothing too exciting in AAA bat-wise. But Randall McLeod, wow, +8 to contact, +5 and 4 to power. He made huge jumps this year. OPS over 958. Did hit 3 home runs with 32 power. That's something. The man cannot play defense to save his life, but he can hit the ball. I would say we could try and move him to a different position, but he really doesn't profile at anything. So, Pedro Pineda, he can hit. We got some hitters down here in Double A. Everyone at least around a 250 average. Silas Ardoin. Okay. So not bad. Not too bad at all. So feel pretty good about that. Let's finish out the year here. So 107 and 54. Finished with a loss, but we finished the year 107 and 55. We won the division, and we are out of the wild card for the first time. We will see who will play. I imagine that's got to be Houston versus the Yankees. Okay. So we will either be facing Houston or New York. And we are the number 1 seed. Tampa Bay is second. And over in the National League, Atlanta gets the first seed and Arizona the second. Julio Urias with the highest starting pitcher winning percentage, the highest number of wins, and most innings pitched, 221. Yordan Alvarez led the league in OPS at 978. That feels really good. We also won some awards. Julio Urias wins the Cy Young. Jordan Walker takes a Gold Glove out in right field. Yordan Alvarez wins wins the Hank Aaron Award. And Mario Orozco wins Rookie of the Year. Fantastic. Corey Seager wins his 4th. I mean, you can't see it, but I pinky promise. He has won his 4th MVP for the American League. Unbelievable stuff. Congratulations to Corey Seager. Yordan right behind him with 48 homers and 135 RBIs. Julio Urias wins the Cy Young. We had 2 pitchers in contention for the Cy Young. Grayson Rodriguez with 237 strikeouts. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Started the year really bad, coming off a really bad year last year, and just pitched amazing. Makes huge jumps. Brendan Donovan wins the batting title. Mario Orozco, like I said, Rookie of the Year, and I mean, I guess you could have given it to Frank Mazzucato. To be fair, he had more strikeouts, he had a lower ERA, but, we won 3 more games because we're a more talented team. But, for a C potential pitcher, he's probably at, the max of his potential. He probably won't get much better than this overall rating. But that's solid. If he can pitch under a 4 ERA at a 78 overall and only at $1.2 million for the next 5 years, he can ball. Yordan wins the Hank Aaron Award, as we already said. Soderstrom ends up coming 3rd for Gold Glove at catcher. Seth Brown, 2nd place for the Gold Glove in left. Jordan Walker, as we already saw, Gold Glove out in right. Yordan, Silver Slugger at DH by a mile. Soderstrom wins the Silver Slugger at catcher. Definitely, this is the breakout year we've been waiting for. +7 to contact right, +4 to contact left, +6 power right. So he's kind of turned into a little baby Zach Geloff. Definitely a career year. 5 over his previous best in career home runs, or in season home runs. close to a 300 average, on base at 373, slugged over 500, OPS just shy of 900, definitely, and with a WAR of 6.4. That is a huge uptick. So definitely a breakout year. We're looking for him to maybe break 30 homers next year. And we still have him under contract for the next 3 years. So that feels really good. Zach Geloff comes in second, Silver Slugger. I mean, he hit 11 more home runs than Luis Arias, but average is a little worse. He also had 5 more ribbies. Not as good versus righties, but does improve versus lefties, which is kind of what he needed. Ends up having kind of a slump of a year, but still definitely not a bad one. OPS at 868, 34 homers. Not a bad year. Jordan Walker, third for Silver Slugger. Okay. And then next episode, we'll probably get through 1 or 2 series out here in the playoffs. We will take on the winner of Houston and New York. But what a year. What a year. Our best year yet, and hopefully another World Series under our belt as GM. That'd be our third in 5 years, I think. So definitely approaching dynasty status here in the year 2028. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I really appreciate your time and watching. If you're new, I would really appreciate a subscription or just leave a like or a comment. Let me know what you think of my content, how I can improve it, for example, is always appreciated as well. But still, just thanks for stopping by. I always appreciate your time, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot.